one of the highlights of this afternoon coming up in just a moment. The women's 100-meter race. A battle expected between Gail Devers and Gwen Torrence. And Gwen Torrence is running at home. She talked about what pressure that puts on her.
Well, it's a lot of pressure. I can't sit here and deny that it isn't a lot of pressure, and everybody is expecting me to do very well, and I don't think they know the other competitors that I have, and I don't think they quite remember that I didn't get a medal in '92, and I don't think they even care. But it is much pressure for me, and I'm used to pressure. I've been in worse situations, but all I want from the people who want me to do good is if I don't do what they expect me to do, then don't shun me and, you know, don't make me an outcast like they have with our Braves and our Hawks.
There was some discussion in the Torrance household. Her husband and coach Manly Waller wanted her to run in a different event, and they talked about it.
I really wanted to run the 400, but it's a tug of war between my husband and me. And he doesn't think that it's a very good idea that I run the 400, and I don't think it's a very good idea for me to run the 100, but keep peace in the house. I listen more to him, and I try to bury what I really wanted to do, so I have to run the 100.
Doesn't sound like she's real happy about it, correct?
I don't know about that, women having to step down. I don't know. I remember a couple years ago, we talked to Jackie Joyner Kersey, and she said she leaves her high jump shoes at home in California, so she won't have to do the high jump. But I guess Gwen's husband can still make it back home to get the right shoes.
I thought you might have a reaction.
I don't know about that. I'll tell you, the race absolutely is in the middle of the track, and this goes back to 1992. Gwen was fourth in that 100 meters. Gail Devers was the champion. Gwen Torrence thinks that if you don't win the 100, you haven't won anything.
Fair start in the middle. Gwen Torrence off to the quick lead. Gail Devers trailing by a bunch. Torrence is going to win this with ease.
10:85. I'll tell you, if you look back at Gwen Torrence in the indoor season, she ran personal records in all of her races indoors. And she was ready. And that is the fastest time in the world this year. And I will tell you one thing. That says to Pervalova, that says to Merlene Ottey, Gwen Torrence is ready. And it is also a personal record. Gwen Torrence has been full of personal records this year. The indoor season, she said, oh, I want to work on my start. She was out of those blocks like a shot. Again today, she was out of those blocks.
Now, I don't want to open up this can of worms, but Manly Waller may have known something.
Well, you know, when a coach watches you, sometimes you go on feeling and things like that. A coach watches you every single day. He knows exactly where you are. Right now, you see Gail Devers falling well back. I don't think this bodes well for her going into the trials next month. Gwen Torrence is in so much command of this race. It's like, is there anybody else here?
Big win. Inger Miller finishes second in lane 2, and Gwen Torrence is going to take a well-deserved victory lap.
She brought her personal record down from 10:86 to 10:85. That does not seem like a lot, but I'll tell you, 1/100th of a second has won many a race and has broken many a record. Gwen Torrence is obviously ready to go. All she has to do is wait for the Olympic trials, and her big party will be here in Atlanta in August.
Gorgeous view of downtown Atlanta with the two stadiums in the foreground, and the official results of the women's 100 meters. Gwen Torrence, Guidry finished second, Young third, Milner fourth, and a personal best for Gwen Torrence of 10.85, the fastest time in the world this year. Check in with Craig Sager.
I don't want to say stubborn. I don't want to say obstinate. I guess determine's the word. You still want to run the 400 after setting the best time in the world this year.
Well, I really wanted to run the 400 because my heart was in it. My heart wasn't really in the 100, but when the crowd cheered for me so loudly, I kind of changed my mind a little bit more. But I'm pleased that I won, and this doesn't mean anything for the games or anything because everybody else will be ready around that time. And it's very pleasing for me because I'm not doing my speed work yet. So it's a very good sign for me.
You belong to this city. The city belongs to you. The great ovation you received, you definitely will have that home crowd advantage this summer.
Well, if it happens the way it happened today, whatever I feel before I come out here, the crowd will get me back into my race, and I hope that happens. I'm in very good shape. I just got to stay healthy and try to stay injury-free.
Was the coach right?
Well, I won't say he was right because he knows what I'm ready to run. He had said if Gail was ready to go under 1085, there's nothing I can do about that because I wasn't ready to go under 1085. So he said I could run 1085, and I guess I could. I didn't think I could, but I guess the crowd and the motivation had a lot more to do with it.
Great job. Good luck this summer. Let's go back to Vern.